Okay, this is Dodd Abdallah. He's one of our new staff person working with us, technology assistant tutor. So he's going to be doing a presentation for you shortly, okay? So y'all can say hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay. And and Mr. Long, he'll be in shortly. He'll be talking to you later too, okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's get started. We're going to go over some things today. We're going to talk about SAT. We're going to go over some problems, and I don't know if you all, both of you are taking that again this year, or you probably definitely will be taking next year. So we're going to go over some things to help you prepare for that. And I know those of you are, some of you are also listening or watching this recording. So hopefully the information we give you today will be beneficial for you today, okay? We're also going to go over some things that's part of your ICCP for March, the research aspect, and this will be good also to help you in school and even in college. Okay, thank you. I'm so dark, huh? This way? Then we will also do some program updates, and I'm going to ask you all about some things, okay? Any questions before we get started?
Oh, I have a question about the March ICCP, but I'll ask you when you start, I guess.
Okay. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. The first thing is, let's see. I might have you come over and help me. It's okay. I'm gonna bring up the computer, so I'll go between the computer and myself for a moment, okay?
Okay.
And also, those of you that are watching the recording, remember on the feedback form, put any questions that you have during this session, okay? And get it back to us, and we'll reply with an answer for that, okay? All right, so on your screen, you should see 2010 Academic Bowl Competition. As you know, we compete in this competition every year. We compete against the schools of Tarleton, UNT, even our local Upper Bound program, we compete against them as well. And we have two math science, we compete against our other math and science, okay? So it's very exciting, we have great fun. You know, this is very beneficial for you. This is benefit you educationally. It'll help you do well in your schoolwork, help you do well in your classes. And also it's good to be competitive. I know some of your comrades are in UIL today. They're actually doing a competition in Austin. Some of our students are doing that. So a lot of the events are based on UIL. So by competing in the summer, it even help you do better in the next year when you compete, okay? So,
What sport did you play?
so we need you all to participate in an academic or athletic event, okay? You have to participate in one academic and one athletic event, okay? So those events, let's look at those real quickly. You know, we have calculator applications, current events, dictionary skill, duet acting, headline writing, impromptu speaking, mathematics, number sense, poetry interpretation, science, social studies, and also there's a talk about adding another event, spelling and vocabulary, okay? So I went ahead and put that on there because we may be adding that event. And so these are the events you can compete in. And then also sports, basketball, softball, volleyball, okay? So we need you to decide on which one you want to compete in, and you will be in that event. Now, I know Mindy, I can't remember which one you did previously, and then Samantha, I can't remember it. I think you did current events, Samantha. So if you want to do the same ones, you can do that, or if you want to change, you can. So which one did you do, Mindy?
I did the headline writing, but I think I'm going to change to the poetry interpretation one.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, and let me briefly talk about each one because I know we're going to have new students watching this recording, just so they can get an idea. And I'm gonna send a handout to you that will tell you details on each event this time. Okay, so you'll get some more details about it. Okay, so calculator obviously is called calculate application. You use a calculator, and it's 30 minutes. And you have to kind of do calculations the quickest you can, but the most correct. Because if you get it wrong, it deducts from your points, okay? The next one is current events. And Samantha, I think Samantha, you did do that one, correct? No?
No.
Which one did you do?
I did number sense.
Oh, okay,
Number
okay.
sense.
Okay, all right. Current events, basically you get some Newsweek magazines and you have to absorb as much information from that as you can over 3 weeks. So, and then you're tested on your knowledge of that information. Okay. Dictionary, basically being able to use a dictionary the best and the quickest. And you know, you used a dictionary before, but the goal of that is to do the best on that one. Do it acting, you actually perform a short piece with another person or with 3 other persons and do it acting. Okay, and of course, whoever performed the best and it's memorable or it's, you know, it's very exciting and things like that, you'll get scored the highest. Then headline writing, basically you're given an article, there's no headline, and you have to come up with the headline based on the format for that article. And you know, you've seen headlines in newspapers, on the news and so forth. You have to come up with the best headline and so forth. The next one is impromptu speaking. Basically, you're given a topic, let's say Iraq, and you have to talk about that topic, give 3 points, supporting points, and make sure whoever's listening, they have to understand what you're talking about, impromptu speaking. And you don't know before you go in that's going to be your topic. You have 1 minute to prepare based on, at that moment when you draw that topic, and you have to talk about it. Some of us are pretty good with that.
Isn't that what?
Yes.
Isn't that what Tanash and Irene did?
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Oh, okay.
And the next one is mathematics. It tests you on the knowledge of your math. You know, starting with, I believe, basic math, geometry, algebra, and maybe a little trig in there. So that's for those students that are pretty good in math, and hopefully all of us are getting better in math. So that's one. Then number sense is math as well, but you only do it in your head. It's mental math, okay? So did I have it on the wrong one? Okay, anyway, it switched or something. But it's basically, you do it in your head, you don't use a calculator, and you got to kind of devise and come up with those tricks that you use to get it done quickly. And as Mindy, you mentioned poetry interpretation. You pick a poem, you have to kind of talk about that poem and read that poem and tell how you interpret that poem, and you have to do it in a way that the person's listening will believe you, and it's very appealing to your audience. Okay? Let's see, science, same thing, your knowledge of science. It's from biology, chemistry, physics, and maybe even some life science. So, and next one is social studies. This one's a little different. Basically, it's over some topic. Like last year, we did, was it last year we did World War II? And before that, we did Africa, I think. So it's just basically certain topics you will be picked. There are certain terms and topics and terminology that you have to learn about these periods or whatever. And then also in social studies, you may have to watch a movie to know the information. Then spelling vocabulary is basically what it is. You'll do a test where you have to make sure you have to correct the words, or vocabulary where you have to know the definition of words, how to use it in a sentence. And it's pretty interesting because actually this one actually prepare you for the SAT. So that one's pretty interesting. And then of course, you know, the sports, basketball, volleyball, and softball. We have to do that, okay? Back to the PowerPoint. So I need you to, those of you listening to this recording, you need to pick what you're going to do. We're going to send you something in the mail. You're going to pick your top 3 choices. You're going to rank them. 1 being your first choice, 2 being your second choice, 3 being your third choice, okay? And the same thing with the sports. So that, you know, everybody may pick one event, but we'll try to put the top choice that you put. And if not, we'll go to second and so forth, okay? But those of you returning, you have a little advantage because I will probably put you, whatever one you did last time and you say you want to stay in that, you'll have first, as they say, dabs at getting that event again. Okay? Good. Because you're familiar with it. Unless you want to change, then that's up to you.